Hello relatives, my name is Eagle Woman. I'm here from North Dakota in the United States, where they have come to our reservation, the Mandan, Hidatsa, and Arikara nations, and they've told us this is something that's going to be good for you. Here's some money. Take our money and we will use this bridge to clean energy in your community. They lied to our people, flat out lied. Yeah. They came in, they started doing fracking, and our people started becoming socially devastated, environmentally devastated. Thousands of men came to work in the industry. They told us you should be happy, North Dakota, because we brought you jobs. So we had 11,000 jobs that were created. We had 10,000 people that came into the state from all over the world in 1 year alone. Those jobs weren't going to our people. They're going to people who are going to be a part of the destruction and then leave. And leave the legacy behind, which is poisoned water, poisoned air. We have 14, 15, 16-year-old girls that are now willingly going into man camps and selling their bodies because the men are there. The ratio of women to men is 1 to 10. 10 men to every 1 woman. As a result of this, we have a story from home where there was a small child found running away naked from one of those camps. She had been sexually assaulted several times. She was 4 years old. Violence against women has increased by 168% in my community as a result of fracking. It's not just the environmental impacts, it's the social impacts as well. Because you know what came with the money? Organized crime. Heroin is now in our community. And this past year I have buried 2 friends who got addicted to heroin and couldn't get off, and there were no services for them. Ashley was 26 years old when she struggled in the hospital for 3 days while her internal organs shut down. Lisa left behind 5 children of her own. And what about the environmental impacts? We're not even going to feel those for another 20 to 40 years. Because right now we're feeling the impacts of the oil boom from the 80s. And in North Dakota, get this, the natural gas that they talk about, the clean energy, there's no pipeline infrastructure. The companies don't want to pay to build a pipeline infrastructure because the price of natural gas is so low. So they are literally flaring the natural gas into the atmosphere. And we might be in Paris right now, but doesn't mean the air that's being flared into in North Dakota isn't going to eventually end up here. How many of you ever swam in a swimming pool? Raise your hands if you ever swam in a pool. Right? You have the deep end over here, and you have the shallow end over here. And me personally, I always hung out in the deep end because all the little kids were in the shallow end. And you know they weren't getting out to go pee. It's the same thing with the air. It doesn't know any boundaries. It's gonna mix and mingle all the way around there. Right now, there is enough natural gas going into the atmosphere to heat 500,000 homes. How is that something that's a solution? And what are they doing at this COP21? They're telling us, let's look at REDS projects. Do you understand how that connects to fracking? This is how it connects to fracking. They will go into an indigenous, poor person of color community in some other country in the Amazon, in Peru, Brazil, Africa. They'll kick them out of their forest and they'll save that tree so they can sequester that carbon in that tree. They'll buy a credit. They'll come to my community in North Dakota and say, hey, we have this carbon credit, so now we can frack the crap out of your people because we have taken care of it elsewhere. This is the solution being offered here by these people on the inside in this sterile environment. And we are here Indigenous communities, frontline communities to say no more. We have the answer.
Yes.
It's common sense. Keep it in the ground. 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 We have a message. Frontline communities, listen to us. Don't be confused. It's not that hard. Use your common sense, okay? There's a balance to everything, and once the balance is disrupted, we end up where we are here. This has to do with women as well. How many women do you see walking around making the decisions in there? Because I have seen a lot of older white men in business suits making decisions on behalf of my 2-year-old daughter that I had to leave behind so that I could come here and speak on her behalf. There's decisions that are being made by people that won't even be around by the time she is dealing with what they're doing to us. And so again, I leave you with the one message of common sense. Keep it in the ground. Because we're tired of being sacrificed. So we are not here to provide your energy so that we can die. And as a cancer survivor, I know what it feels like to have to go through that, and I don't want anyone else to go through that. Paris has a ban on fracking, but they're under great pressure to frack here in Paris. Fracking is happening all around. Suez is trying to get in here and frack all of you guys. Anybody, take it from me. You want me to come and tell you what I've dealt with and show you the pictures? I'll do that. Please, listen to us as we plead.